Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So we have two blueprints now, right? We're going to get to the mission in a second. But I'm not sure what I want to do with the second blueprint. We could build the bank. It's not a huge amount of money, but it is more money. And more money is pretty much always good. It's very difficult to run out of stuff to spend gold on. Unless you're like playing the non-timed modes and spending a lot of time just doing safe missions and stuff. But we're trying to complete the game as fast as is reasonably possible. And that's a situation where you just need more money, like pretty much always. So the bank might be worth going after we get our cartographer's camp, or maybe even before, because it doesn't interact with the cost of that at all. We could also pick up the granary. Granary is going to contribute some money by saving us some money on food. I'm not necessarily, I like the puppet theater. I think that this is an okay idea, but it's 200 more crests, and I don't know that I want to be devoting 500 crests to buildings. The class-specific buffs don't really strike me as being particularly impressive. Stun resist is, yeah, if this was stun chance, I'd be a little bit more excited about it maybe. Although obviously it wouldn't be the same building. 4 accuracy is a fine buff, but 300 crests. This isn't terrible. The fact that you can interact with some things to reduce stress. I don't know exactly what knowledge curios means. I'm assuming the books in the ruins, but I don't know what else it would mean. The Jester's Performance Hall is pretty easy to pick up, and I don't know. This might be worth it. We'll see. We'll see how we end up on crests after we build our thing. The Outsider's Bonfire, that's not terrible. I don't know. I guess the answer is I don't know on the second building. A bank, I guess, is potentially possible. A granary is potentially possible. We'll see. Also, I'm not going to expand it right now, but we may want to buy a roster expansion so that we can, first of all, get another couple of man-at-arms and stuff in here. But secondly, just so we can keep feeding people up into higher levels. It is unrealistic, I think, to expect at this point that we will have no future deaths. That seems unlikely. Anyway, this is what we're doing. Did end of episode SB equip everybody with trinkets and basically put everybody in a sensible position? It looks like he did. This is wrong. This is supposed to be leveled up. That's right. I kind of ran low on money, and I was like, well, I'm not going to upgrade everybody's skills to 4, but we had a skill here that we had to upgrade to 3. Okay. Alright, let us move forward. Could be a tough one. Could also be a valuable one. You know, we're going to bring home a lot of treasure. We know that. I'm going to go ahead and just grab a whole stack of shovels, because screw the wield forever. And actually, I'm worried that this is not enough shovels. I don't have enough money to buy that whole stack of food, really. Okay, well, we can sell something. Honestly, yeah, I'm not going to use this. The time of the Trojan's charm has passed, I think. So let's buy a whole stack of food. We definitely want to bring at least a couple of these. We have a medicinal herb, but I'll bring one more, and I think we're good. I know 8 torches is not a lot, but remember, each one of these is effectively 4 torches if you use it intelligently. I'll throw in a holy water. Well, there's not that much stuff to use holy water on. Yeah, we'll bring an anti-venom instead. There are definitely anti-venom curios, and they're fairly common, right? Okay, I think we're good. Torches, yeah, we're good. Alright, let's bring home some cash. So, the value of a long mission, treasure-wise, over a medium mission is mostly in the quest reward if you don't have an antiquarian. It is likely in a medium mission that you will fill up your inventory slots and not be able to carry home all the treasure you find anyway, and that's going to be even more true here. But remember that no matter what, as long as we complete the mission, on top of our inventory, we're bringing home 11,000 gold.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
Alright, I am fine with carrying around a huge amount of food. We can use it to heal between battles and stuff.
Watch your step.
Don't tell me to watch my step, Wayne. You know, I don't know exactly what his deal is. But it feels to me like he's got to know some of this stuff is here, right? He lived in this area for a long time. He could be helping.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption.
Oh, I didn't bring any bandages.
With misintent.
Hey, you.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
He's always saying wealth beyond measure when it's incorrect, both in like the literal sense and the metaphorical sense. Because first of all, obviously there's a measure. We put a number on it. It's right there. I can see the number. But secondly, wealth beyond measure sort of implies a lot of wealth, and that is definitely not what we found. I don't know what a gold coin equates to in terms of like common modern monetary units, but it can't be that much, right? Alright, the Blighted Giant. I think this is the first one of these we've seen. The Blighted Giant is a problem. He hits really hard. Like, really hard. Is our Vestal... Okay, our Vestal is a damage Vestal, not a healing Vestal. That's fine. So, we're not going to be able to kill this guy super quickly. I think we want to get rid of his teammates. Let's lower the number of attacks we have to deal with per turn. Alright, what we want really is for this guy to bleed out. Because that way he doesn't leave a corpse. Alright, so he's gonna bleed out, she's gonna slide into the third slot, and then we can take care of her next turn. And Uppercut has a pretty decent chance of working here. It's 120, yeah, 120 after the thing, so it's a coin flip. Yeah, sure. I think that was a reasonable thing to attempt.
Death by inches.
Alright, here it comes. I'd be totally fine with him targeting the flagellant with that, though. That works just fine for me.
Continually
Okay.
onslaught. Destroy them all.
That didn't take too long. And what is the Vestal stun chance? It's probably about 50% as well. But he seems to be having some accuracy problems.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Okay, I think there's a pretty good chance this dude dies before he takes another turn. Alright, so we get 40% bonus damage versus stunned, or 25% versus humans, obviously. Going for the finish him. Well, that was a pretty efficient attack. Alright, so we gotta get this guy for 39 more damage. I don't think this should be hard. Let's make sure we kill him, though. I think we might have been in a position there where it's okay for us to throw the stress heal. Alright, he's still got... Okay, there it is. I mean, we finish him.
Size alone does not dissuade the sharp.
That dude had an entire stack of gold on him. That's a pretty okay start. And we're already halfway through our stack of shovels. This is why I always bring a lot of shovels to the wield. So, here's a question. We're about to be on 4 torches. When do I want to start planning for the first camp? I guess let's see if we get a scout here. Okay, we got a 2-hallway scout at the branch. Oh no, it was just 1. The circle expanded large enough that I thought maybe it would be 2. Okay, well I think it's pretty obvious that we want... in fact, we have to go up this path, don't we? Because this is 5, 7, 12, 14, 17 rooms, so we can only skip 2 rooms. Maybe 3 rooms if there's a secret room and we find it. But for right now, the plan is we can only skip 2 rooms, so we're actually going to have to do all of... We're going to have to do this, and then go down this branch and come back up, and then finish it off up here. It's inconvenient. But we are great at surprising people. I think I'm not going to strike the torch. Oh. Well, it probably doesn't matter that she resisted the bleed. Do I want to go for this, or do I want to... I'm going to try to roll the dice on the stun, because I trust the bounty hunter to be able to finish this job. My trust was misplaced. Okay, well, she gets one turn, then. Not totally ideal. But actually, this party's a little bit more stress-resistant than a lot of parties, so... Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to stun the ghoul. But he doesn't really have that much health.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Okay. Oof. Yeah, I kind of wish we brought some, bandages. I can't believe I forgot about the bandages. Well... He's at 21 of 38. Half of his HP is 19, so he'll be under half on his next turn. I'm going to let him heal himself.
Singular strike.
Alright, Jester's showing up, though. I like this. Alright, so we just sanguinate the ghoul. That'll take care of a lot of it.
Confusion.
And he's already dead.
And panic.
So I'm going to hit him as gently as I can. I was trying to get the Vestal to have a turn.
The greater the glory.
Alright, eat this food. And we should probably still take the portraits. We do still need a few. I guess we didn't encounter the anti-venom thing quickly enough. Yeah. I wish I had encountered one of those trees, and I'm sure we will now. Hey, look. Oh, I don't... This isn't the... Oh, no, this is totally the anti-venom tree. Well, you investigate it. Because I don't care if you get blighted.
Glittering gold.
In fact, I almost want you to get blighted.
Paid for in blood.
Alright, so my plan's going to be, let's go to the end of this branch and come back and then camp at the end. Ooh. There's 2 battles ahead of us, though. That maybe changes the math a little bit. I don't know that I want to be fighting in complete darkness. Not that I think we're bad at fighting. I mean, these could be the 2 rooms we don't explore, right? We could just head back, battle, and camp here. Yeah, there's so many curios on the way, though. Let's push on. So you're at 3 and you're at 9.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
So do I want to push this all the way to darkness, make camp, and then... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to trust that we'll be able to de-stress enough. With our party, it's not a crazy thing to think. I'm not actually...
Decisive pummeling.
I'm not actually sure that marking does anything in this fight. I don't think the Blighted Giant does have a mark attack. So you are going to bleed for 5. We have to hit you pretty gently. I think I'm going to let the Jester handle this. The question is, do we want to lay into the Giant, or do we want to go for the stun? I guess let's go for the stun. This is safer play. And remember, we want the fungal battery to die via bleed so that he doesn't leave a corpse, so that we can get her down quickly. Although, you know, the Tenacious Crone is not nearly as dangerous as some of the backline caster type enemies.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Okay. That's not even death's door, you big baby. Well, that's annoying. This party's not actually that great at being moved around. I think the Jester needs to reset the party order because he needs to be able to do Exsanguinate. Okay, he healed himself to just under full health, or just under half, so he can Exsanguinate again next turn. And I'm going to keep trying to land the stun. That is 3 lost coin flips in a row. There we go. Because we're making good progress. Alright, the time for stunning is over. The time for murder is now. And she does have Embrace in the Dark. We're making really good progress on this guy. I think we can get him. I'm going to try at least. So he's on 14 points of bleed. I guess that's a significant amount of light that we lose when she does that. Okay, 18. So we have to do 14 damage to him to prevent him from getting another turn. Man, I don't even mind. Maybe I should move the Flagellant to the front. In fact, I definitely should move the Flagellant to the front. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, this party's totally in the wrong order. I wonder if there's a way to,
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
I wonder if there's a way to reset your party. There's no benefit to being forward here. Like, I wonder if there's a way to change what your party's default order is for the purpose of this button. She's fast enough that I should have stunned her. That was the wrong play. Alright, well, let's do a little bit of this. She's gonna bleed out, so I'm just gonna take my time here. Fish for crits. Alright. That was a productive fight, I guess.
The weapon that cuts on its own.
Wow. 2 emeralds is nice. Do I need the possibility of food badly enough to use these medicinal, or to keep these medicinal herbs, or should I just toss them? I think I'm going to let the citrine go, but I'd like to start another stack of crests. Yeah. We're not going to open this curio. We will do it on the way back. Same for this. We're doing it, man. We're just gonna fight in the dark. I believe in us. Ooh, this could be bad. That helps, though. Come on. Big corpse eliminating crit. Ah. Oh, it's only gonna do 1 to 2 damage on impact. Man. I wanted to be absolutely sure. I almost wonder if it's worth it to just hit the corpse and get it out of the way. I hate doing that, but she is really she's the problem by she's so much more important than these guys are. If you are punching a corpse, you have screwed up somewhere. And I'm comfortable admitting that is the situation. I have screwed up somewhere. Okay. I forgot to switch the party as well.
A dizzying blow.
Yep, they are really laying into him. Okay. She's bleeding for... Alright, well, she's dead, but she's gonna push him over the edge first, because of course she is.
Self-preservation is paramount, at any cost.
Well, that's good. We only have about 1,500 rooms left, so... Ah. I decided to roll the dice on a kill. Him having a mortality debuff is actually a good thing, though. It's going to make Sanctuary much more effective when we use it. So that that stun not landing, despite the fact that it had an 80% chance to hit, was pretty bad. And it's also something I totally could have planned for if I was smarter. Because really, like, he should be healed, right? I'm just totally on autopilot here, thinking about what I'm going to do next. He should have been healed instead of me going for a stun. That's just bad play. Alright, he's going to bleed for another 300 rounds.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
So we have to camp now.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
We pick up the gold. Can I just wait until after I'm done camping? No, okay, it won't let me use skills until I close this. Well, we need deeds pretty badly. But we have a lot of dungeon left, and I don't know if I want to throw away 4 food right now. We don't have any slots that represent a small amount of money. We could drop the keys, I guess, but no, I'm just going to let this stuff go. Even the vial of blood. Alright, so the first thing we do is Sanctuary. Prevents the nighttime ambush, heals him for a significant amount of health and stress. Now, because we have a good stress healer in the party, I believe it's possible to remove an affliction. I think this is a real thing. By getting a hero down to 0 stress, I've never done it, but I think it's a thing you can do. It might be worth trying. We got a lot of dungeon left. So, who's got important buffs? We have Bless. Bless is not bad. Then I'm going to go ahead and do Every Rose Has Its Thorn. So he's down to 65. That's not that many casts of the Jester's Stress Heal. Accuracy and crit versus accuracy and dodge. Crit's pretty valuable. What do we do with the other 2 time units? Oh, we wound care. Because that removes like 12 points of bleeding from him. So do I want him to have dodge or crit? I think I want him to have crit. Let's end fights quickly. Yeah, listen, I still don't think the Jester's a very good class in terms of like actual combat effectiveness, but I'm not saying I hate everything about him. Alright.
The light, the promise of safety.
Ooh. That is a whole stack of crests. Okay, well we can pick up 6 of them right now. I think we have to let this go. There's going to be so much loot. Don't worry about the fact that we're losing stuff here. We are definitely going to leave the dungeon with full arms. That's just the way of things in a law. Okay, I'm going to remember to do this. I think this is the party composition we actually want. This enables him to actually use caltrops. It makes it less likely that the flagellant will be knocked into a place where he can't do anything, and the bounty hunter can still do most of his stuff from the 3rd row. It's definitely a screw up. Who wants to search this? Okay. Basically, at this point, we're just looking for treasure that stacks with treasure that we already have. I wanted to do the camp after we traveled back to the Nexus, but unfortunately, I don't think that was a real option. Because if we'd gotten into a fight in the dark with one of our members in high stress mode, like completely stressed out, and him stressing everybody else out, I think that could have gone really poorly. Also, I wanted to have a better chance of looting all the stuff in that room. Okay, this looks good. Take this. Let's see if we can get rid of this guy real fast. He's not bleeding for enough. No. So what is it? His speed is 6. Hers is also 6. Well, I guess we'd better hit him again with the bounty hunter. I was hoping to be able to try to throw a stun, but we better make sure he doesn't get another turn. Come on, don't howl. Okay, great, excellent. I should probably have gone for a stun with the bounty hunter.
The way is
It
lit.
worked out,
The
but
path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
so do I want to try to prioritize bringing the bounty hunter down to 0 over reducing the jester's own stress? He's going to bleed for 18 before his next action. So we're definitely at the stress reduction point. I'm going to try to get this guy down to 0 and see if it actually does remove his affliction, because if it does, that's going to prevent a lot of party stress. Okay, you are now actually dead. Ooh, no, I overdid it. He's going to bleed out this turn. Crap. Well... I was hoping to get one more round of stress healing off of him.
No intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Oh man, we're discarding gold too now. I still think we're there's too much travel left for me to feel comfortable dumping food yet. Alright, there's obstruction number 3. Obviously, I am not comfortable dumping the shovels. We need these shovels very badly.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
You know what? I probably should have just given up on the key. I'm thinking, like, man, there's so much space left for there to be a secret room. We need portraits less than we need the other things. Yeah. My valuation here is pretty arbitrary from moment to moment. I'll admit that. Okay, this could be okay for us as long as we can take care of these two quickly. She's at 15. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. Get her low enough that she bleeds out. These guys only have 15 health. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, I wonder if the, oh no, I do have to think about it. So the odds of us one-shotting one of these guys is better than half. If we hit him, more than half of the damage values are on the instant kill side. So the question is, do I go right after him, or... No, I should do this. I should clear this guy out for sure. Never mind. I was going to say to increase our chance of being able to move the Enchantress up, but that's never ever going to happen, because they're never going to stop casting Cytokinesis. And everybody in the party is going to freak out, and there's nothing I can do about it. Ah, that's annoying. Well, we're just going to have to kill her entirely through judgments, which is slower than I would like. See, I'm not really that worried about these guys. I don't consider them to be very dangerous. So the reason I said that this might actually be a good thing for us, this fight, is that, you know, I'm gonna... Oh.
Annihilated.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna try to maybe get a couple of them to bleed down at the same time, but that'll work. The reason I think this might be a good fight for us is that we are potentially going to be able to do a lot of stress healing while many relatively low threat enemies respawn constantly and keep the fight rolling. Oh, he can't play his song from here. Damn it. I think the bounty hunter can move 2 spaces. Oh, he resisted the bleed. At least they're all like really focused on him. Because if the Enchantress was a little bit smarter... Alright, she's dead. And she had been stressing somebody else out this whole time, we probably would have had another person break. But because she's so obsessed with the guy who's already dead, we're getting pretty lucky here. Wow. Take stress reduction when people crit, you asshole. Come on, use cytokinesis. I'll just have him finish her. Get a little bit of de-stress from a killing blow? Nope. He should have, but he's... At this point, it almost seems like choosing not to take stress relief when it is allowed to him. I'm going to get you down to 0 whether you like it or not, buddy. I'm going to see if he wants to make a friend. Am I? Nah.
Obliterated.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Okay, so we can skip 2 rooms. There's a chance that I can now safely drop the shovel. Right, we just need there not to be a blockage in this passageway and also a blockage over here. Like, at this point there would have to be 2 more blockages or one right in one of these early hallways for them to be a problem for us. But if there is one, it's going to be a big problem. Yeah, I think we're going to abandon this stuff. Man, I hate abandoning crests right now when we need them so badly. I wish I could open this chest and then decide what to do with all this loot. Why can't we just put this on the ground near the chest and figure it out? We still need torches for sure. We still need... I guess we've done a lot more traveling. Let's do this, and we'll leave the blood, I think. And I'm just going to go ahead and... Hell yeah. Now we have 48 crests in our inventory. That's actually... We're getting pretty close to the amount, right? Because what do we need? We need like 100 more. And this is 48, and there's 12 in the quest reward. So we're probably only like 1 or 2 more weeks away. We're getting there. Awesome. Another emerald for the stack. That's fantastic. So do I want to torch up? I think what I want to do is take this fight and then camp in this next room. Trying to stretch our supplies. Yeah, every enemy is super fixated on him. I don't know why. Okay, that was easy enough. Man, Selfish is probably the worst in terms of stressing other people out. I thought Abusive was bad, but he is stressing people multiple times per round sometimes. So remember, Sanctuary will once again have a huge effect on him because he still has the mortality debuff. It doesn't clear. It's going to pull like 25 stress off of him. We can do this. We can get him down. I know it hasn't gone that well since the last camp, but okay, that's going to help a little bit. I don't think he got stress relief from that crit. He got the amount of stress that you get when you land a killing blow. But I don't think he got any additional stress relief on top of that. Okay, you are dead, so we are going to ignore you, and we are just going to do everything in our power to de-stress this bounty hunter.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
The chance of killing it is too great. Man, I cannot find a crit heal to save my life. Alright, 59, so he's going to be at like... Okay, good.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light? A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Alright, then we do Sanctuary. He's at 24. We do Every Rose Has Its Thorn. He's at 9. We should be able to pull it off of him at the beginning of the next fight, right? So we just... He's going to bleed for a very small amount of damage, so we could just wound care the Jester since his health isn't full. Nobody else has a really compelling thing for us to do it too. You don't... You have rabies, which I actually kind of want you to have. It's helping to feed into those giant crits. He could give himself plus speed. Take him from 8 to above a lot of the enemies. Yeah, you know, we don't need the wound care, really. Let's just give you plus speed. And then... Okay. I do not know for sure that it is a real thing.
May we find victory.
That pulling someone down to 0 stress removes their afflictions. I've never had an opportunity to do it before. He's at 16, so if one strum of the loot would solve his problem, I would just do it right now. But it won't. So we should probably focus on getting some kills. This may not be the fight where we get to pull him back down. How much are you bleeding for? 5? I'm gonna go for the stun. If this lands, we can use the Vestal with Judgment to try to finish this off. Not quite, but he only gets 1 action. As long as this isn't a crit. Okay. I have hope. I have hope on being able to pull off the de-stress. 9. De-stress? No. Did not take anything. Okay, that was enough. Cool. We managed to not eat a bunch of extra stress while fighting a ghoul. Oh, and that's great. So much loot that just stacks with stuff we already had. Okay, a map. That's good. Okay. So there are, in fact, obstructions in both directions because screw you, game. But we can head north first, use our shovel, and clear up that spot, and we don't actually have to clear this one. God, I hate the Wield. I hate the Wield so much. We don't have a key. You try to open it. That's fine. Alright, well now we have lots of inventory space. So what we want to try to do is eliminate these guys relatively close to each other in time, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So that limits the chance for them to... I'm gonna go for this now, though. That limits the chance for them to, like, get in an endless respawn cycle, but actually, I guess I don't super care about the endless respawn cycle. These guys aren't that dangerous. No, let's try to do this the way... Oh, come on, just take the de-stress, you asshole. So yeah, as you can see, these enemies are, like I said, relatively low threat. They can still crit us. Alright, let's see. Okay, it does remove the affliction. So now he'll stop stressing everybody else out. Stun resist on this thing is a little too high for me to want to try to stun it. And now that he's not stressing everybody else out, we can try to bring down everybody else's stress levels with the Jester. I think we definitely need to cast a heal or two. That is a very minor debuff. Okay. That bleed applying would have been really cool. But at this point, we want to start working over these other guys. We want the big guy to die in a position where he has as few allies remaining to respawn him as possible.
The blood quickens.
Hitting people in the back is kind of awkward for our party, though. Honestly, Chester's just going to start de-stressing himself. I think we have to remove this corpse. I think that's the... Throwing caltrops at this guy and trying to bleed him and stuff just seems silly. Alright, so he's going to spawn a fresh slime. That's annoying. Not something we can't deal with, though. So he's going to bleed out. Alright, and a crit, so there's no corpse left. Alright, this is a pretty good opportunity to wrap this up. This is maybe a little risky, but we're only going to have so many opportunities for de-stress, right? Okay, we did it.
Their cursed champion falls.
And with a minimum of respawning and nonsense. Alright, I think we're going to make it out of here on actually pretty low stress. Oh, come on, don't have all the curios be empty now that I have inventory space. Don't do this to me, game. Alright, so you're at 34, you gotta be the next de-stress target. Unfortunately, we are now out of light. Ah, secret room. Well, we don't have any keys, but it's not impossible that we will find some. I'm actually not that worried. The Fusilier is a little bit dangerous because he has an attack that hits everybody, which means that he's got a lot of rolls for crits, but on the whole, I think he's actually less dangerous than the brigands are, the cutthroats. So I think we're just going to focus on them real fast.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Vestal's probably going to spend this entire fight healing people. It's not totally ideal. Okay, so we just need to tap this guy once and then let him sort of bleed himself out from there. Actually, that would have been a pretty good time to use the heal yourself and heal somebody else thing. Alright, so he... Oh, the bleed got resisted, so he's not going to die. Okay, that's that's not a very intimidating move at all.
Momentary abatement.
Impressive.
Gonna get one last Vestal group heal off here. Just fishing for crits.
The wounds of war can be healed, never hidden.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
You do still get treasure out of the secret room, by the way, without a key. And we won't ignore it, but I'd probably, if we don't get a key from the loot over here, I probably will walk past it. We'll walk down here to complete the dungeon, hoping for a key, and then coming back to the secret room will be the last thing we do. We'll loot it at the very end. Alright, I still, of the three of them, I think this guy is the most dangerous. Although, you know, I'm open to having my mind changed. Alright, so you're done. We can take the stun coin flip. Do some healing. We can throw a judgment. Let's try to get that stun. I like the stun a little better in this situation than I would in all situations because of the fact that we have a bounty hunter who could do bonus damage against the stunned target. As it is, he'll just do bonus damage for this guy being human. So we could just let this guy take one more turn.
The will to fight falters.
Well, I guess there's no reason to. Alright, this should be fairly straightforward from here. We'll do a little bit of de-stressing. I'm sure the bounty hunter can blow this guy up.
Dazed, reeling, about to break.
Damn it.
Be wary.
Well,
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying
we
fall.
can, at this point, definitely eat food. Leave ourselves one stack of food. Do I want 475 gold over some deeds? So remember, we're making space for another stack of gold here. I think the answer is yes. I think we just really need gold right now. Key? Actually, at this point, I don't even know where I would put a key. Okay. These really are not very concerning fights. I'm pretty happy to see this.
Soothed. Sedated.
We've got to get that leveled up. It'd be cool if we could hit some bleeds early. I don't know what our bleed chances actually are, but it feels to me like they've got to be better than the observed bleed rate that we saw during the last fight. No, only 120. Okay, well, I'm fine with them stacking damage up on her. She can handle it.
Precision and power.
Okay. Good enough. Don't you land a double stun. Okay. A double stun right then in our moment of triumph could have been devastating. Man, it would be really nice if you would go earlier. I don't want to kill him because I don't want him to leave a corpse. I want to let him bleed out. We just have to wait. Okay, 2 slimes, not so bad. The only we can only attack the middle 2 spaces without moving the bounty hunter, which I don't think I really want to do right now. This guy is now taking up all of our targetable spots. Now, what are we looking at as far as battles go? There's only one more battle necessary. We might do one after that for the curio. Debating whether I need to do a group heal or if I should just... Let's just go for a kill. Never mind. It doesn't work. Well, I definitely should have gone for the group heal. At this point, if they just spawn another small one, that's not a big deal. It actually might work out in my favor.
The ground quakes.
Yeah, see, now he's taking his proper stress heal off a crit. Ah. I was hoping to hit him for enough to get him below his bleed value, but not for so much that he would die.
So too will resistance.
I think we just... I hate dropping all these deeds, but we really got to get this... first of all, this gold problem situated, and secondly, this cartographer's camp problem situated so that our gold problem in the future can be more situated. Alright, a battle has spawned. That's not a big deal. Ooh, might be a big deal, actually. Alright, we do need to kill her first. I forgot about the fact that Embrace the Dark can target 2 people.
Well struck.
Okay, good. I was gonna say that really sucks, but that's not that bad.
The birthplace of dread.
Ah. I'd really love for this dude to be stunned so that we can maybe get a finish him off and...
Masterfully executed.
Okay, that's some pretty good bleeding, guys. Ah. Alright, well.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
Yeah, let's make sure. Okay, so now he's dead. And here, the stress buff will actually be very useful. Hoping to buy a turn for my Vestal. Nobody's bleeding.
Trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I mean, like, I want that key real bad. The trapezohedron that we will get out of the thing is worth more than a full stack of gold. But a full stack of gold is worth more than a sapphire. This is at 1,500. This is also worth less than both of those things. I'm trying to think. So if we drop something and take the key, that slot plus the onyx plus the slot that our food is currently in will hold the loot that we find. So if we found one more onyx, though, let's drop the money for the key, because the smallest money slot is almost certainly going to be one of the things to go. No, wait, I did the math wrong. What am I thinking? The smallest money slot, if it filled up, would have stayed, because then it would have been food, key, sapphires. Oh. Hold up, I didn't mean to go in here yet. I hit W to enter the room. I can come back, right? As long as I don't touch the curio. I'm pretty sure. Alright, we gotta use the mouse to enter rooms. Oh, actually, no, what am I doing? I was done. That was the end. Duh. Turn around, get paid, and get out. Stupid. See, I screwed up there, and we're taking home a little bit. Ooh. That's that trinket is worth more than a stack of gold, actually. So, we dropped the food, 1,000 gold worth of sapphires, and 1,500 gold worth of onyx for the trinket, which is very valuable. And that is a pretty good haul.
Every cleared path and charted route reduces the isolation of our troubled estate.
Over 30,000 gold before you consider the value of the trinket. Pretty great. I love this sound. I love it so much. $72 crests. Glorious. And he has vampiric spirits? No, not really. Unholy Slayer, Stress Eater's a bummer. We should probably get that pulled. And the Worries definitely has to go. But I mean, like, good work, Jester. He certainly did that job effectively.
Any evidence of excessive exertions must be made scarce. After all, appearances must be maintained.
You're very judgmental, Wayne. What about those exertions is excessive, I ask you? Bucci gambled and lost our Eldritch Killing incense, and then Cavalier blacked out and misplaced our Bloodthirst ring. Man, even when things are going right, they're going wrong. Oh, we are being offered an antiquarian. I think we should probably take her.
She searches where others will not go, and sees what others will not see.
So now the question is, do we want to take a barracks roster size increase, grab the rest of these, and just like have a party that's ready to do low-level stuff to boost people? And I think the value of this is high enough. It's like all of our deeds. And we do still need a lot. We're not close to the end of the game yet, though. There's a lot of stuff left to do. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
Okay. The bank is made of portraits. We might end up building the bank just because it's a thing that has a beneficial effect and has for us a relatively low cost. Right, but that was a pure success. That was really, really good. I'm super pleased about the way that went. Ancestors Vintage seems probably pretty weak. Flagellant's Collar does not seem useful, or Eternity's Collar rather. So, what mission will we want to do next? We do need to level the Cove up some more. We don't really have access to any good loot here. So we'll probably just take on a couple of shorts. I would love to do a green. now that we have our antiquarian, but I don't want to send a level 0 character into a boss fight. And the game's not offering us any other greens. I mean, we could do this. Am I allowed to do this? Do I need an invitation? Uh-oh. The infestation's coming back. Well, I suppose it was only a matter of time. We weren't going to be safe forever. So yeah, we're going to maybe do one of these. We don't need the blood right now, but we will eventually, and I just really need, like, I need to level up these new guys. What week is it? It's week 45. Man, I'm starting to get a little nervous about the timer. And we're getting close to being able to fight harder stuff. We definitely want to be level 6 before we enter the darkest dungeon. We're going to want every point of free resistances and stuff we can get. But we're not that far off of being able to pursue it. I probably don't want to burn a whole week on this, though. So we could level up some more level 3s. Let's sort everybody by level. If we ran a party that was like... Oh, alright, you big baby. This one has crests in its reward. Yeah, if we ran a party that was like... And yeah, doing a mission in the ruins will show us the next boss too, probably. So if we ran like... this party? Moyan's certainly not going to level up off of this. Everybody in this party is a little bit stressed, but we have a jester with us. Calm us down a little bit. Yeah, that should work. Before I forget, let's commit Fitzroy to the medical ward and get his worries dealt with. Who was it that picked up... There was a trait I was thinking about removing, at least. No, not you. Stress Eater is what it was. You know what? We'll let it stand for now. I think I want him out on the mission badly enough. So we don't really need to actively de-stress anybody. You're at 44. I guess you could use it. And costs are lowered in this building for the week, so we may as well take advantage. I don't think I'm going to formally de-stress her because she doesn't really need it, and I'm a little leery about committing people to de-stress buildings and then having them lose our trinkets and crap. Okay, so we are ready. Sorry, we are ready to be equipped, after which we will be ready. We got a second Book of Sanity, which I think we almost certainly will never equip, but we can sell. So let's think about... The Sun Ring is even better on shorts. Actually, this sucks a little bit. Oh, and the ruins. Yeah, maybe we don't do the ruins one because of the bleed resist. The ruins-wide bleed resist. So we could get the Warrens. We could push the Warrens up a level. Not that it really needs it. Enemies in the Cove also have high bleed resist, but it's not guaranteed bleed resist. And also, we need to level the Cove up to show us bosses too. Yeah, let's do the Cove. I might actually give him the Shard of Glass. As much as I don't really like the Shard of Glass as an item, this is, if there's a situation where it is appropriate, this is the situation. And we just like 4 accuracy and 4 dodge. Maybe I just give him Dismas's head. Like, we need to do damage. Give him Dismas's head. Have him just really land those abyssal artilleries with maximum force. I don't think it's probably worth it stressing him out like that. We'll just give him some bonus accuracy. I know he has rabies, so we'll offset it. Yeah, I'm not like super jazzed about having lost my Eldritch Killing Incense. Do I want 10 accuracy or 15% damage? 15% damage is going to be a larger overall damage increase, but it's also going to mean our damage is a little bit more spiky. Plus accuracy smooths things out a little bit. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. We will probably be able to pick up another Eldritch Killing Incense pretty easily. It's a common trinket. We'll find one. But I'm still annoyed that we have to. Anyway, that's going to be it for this week. Come back next time. We're going into the Cove on a short, and probably we're going to follow it up with something else. I don't know what yet. But we're getting close. Our team is getting close to being prepared to do the thing that we have to do before we can start preparing for the Darkest Dungeon. There's still a bit of road ahead of us. Come back next time to see us take the next step, and we'll see you then.